This is a college football playoff semifinal at the Orange Bowl. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers against the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. Tremendous build-up for this semifinal game. Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines with some of the key storylines. Holly?
Guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me pregame, this is the most magical story we have seen this year in the college football playoff. This team has had to prove themselves every step along the way. And today, one win away from a national championship game appearance. The coach said we cannot be thinking about that. Our focus has to be where our feet are right now and making sure we are locked and loaded on every single play. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. So Appalachian State will get the first crack on offense today. In these postseason games on the big stage, obviously turnover is a huge key. How does this offense operate? Joel, how aggressive can they be knowing they're facing defense that takes the ball away so well?
Chris, it comes down to timing and spacing. As a quarterback, you've got to understand that the ball needs to leave your hand on time, and as a wide receiver, you've got to create the correct picture. Because you have to understand, anytime that ball is tipped or if you overthrow it as a quarterback, it's going the other direction.
Gaining some breathing room now, tackled at the 26. In a big picture sense, this offense representing not just their school or even their conference, but really all group of 6 conferences who have been told, well, you're on the fringe of the sport. For them to beat a power conference team today would be huge.
Chris, you're exactly right, and yet, as a team, and more specifically as an offense, the only thing that you have total control over is your own effort level and the detail with which you play. In order to have the upset and complete the upset here today, you just have to execute. You can't be thinking about conference this and conference that.
He's got a crease. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I just love these playoff environments. It's the first half, you get a first down on a run play, and it feels big. Anytime you move the chains, you can stay on the field offensively. You're trying to build momentum, get the ball down for a score.
They're going to run it. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
Picks up the first, looking for more. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, it seems like the quarterback made up his mind before the snap. This has got to be a post-snap read. To me, this is a pass read all day long. He gives it to the back, and they don't gain any yards.
Yeah, exactly. Here's 2nd down. He keeps it. QB draw.
It's always important to stay on schedule as an offense. It allows you to have full disposal of your playbook, and you don't get into those obvious passing situations. So even though they're not moving the chains here, this is what I would call a very successful play because you're on schedule.
Can he make it to the marker? Got an opening here. They make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back and the offensive line. They're persistent in the run game, and it pays off for a first down.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run. This running back continues to impress, and forget the freshman label. He's had a year of experience now. He's had a tremendous year, and touchdown, outstate, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And the main plot line, can they get this running game going? So effective all season. They always say the key is we got to run the ball. The opponents always tell us, well, we got to stop the run. Who can win that test of wills?
Well, Chris, so far no one's been able to slow down this run game, and I think they're going to have to commit a lot of resources to stopping this running back, stopping this run game. This whole line has been dominant this year, and the more resources you commit to the line of scrimmage, that's when you've got to be a little bit wary of that.
It's caught. He's got room. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. So they get a big gain by feeding the speedy wide receiver drill. They told us they were going to do this. It makes sense. Get in the ball however you can.
Well, I really love that they're doing it with the RPO because that puts the defense in conflict, and then you can utilize that speed, and he's got more space to operate. The only thing the quarterback's got to make sure of, Chris, is delivering an accurate throw because remember, timing plus ball placement, that equals yards after the catch.
After one explosive play, the offense suddenly moves inside the opponent's 45. Ball handed off. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down. Buckeyes are on the move here. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes the grab. It's Roberts. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A much-needed counterpunch delivered. Very satisfying drive, but perhaps a relief to finally get into the end zone to match the score from the other side in this playoff game.
Chris, it can certainly present some nervy moments when you go down in a big game and be able to answer and match this score. This is a huge moment for this offense and this team, and now they can play with a bit more freedom, in particular on the defensive side, maybe get a little bit more aggressive. I think trying to create a turnover or a short field for their offense on the ensuing possession is going to be a big moment.
Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. Powering through. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to an end. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of 1. Let's check out the early stats so far. We've got a good one in our hands, which we'll hope for in a playoff game as we begin the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down, and here the defense does a great job on first down, bowing up and stopping the run, and that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw.
He's got space. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, Chris, we don't talk about it a lot, but the quarterback's best friend is when he doesn't have to be great to move the chains. Here they're able to hand the football off. The back is able to get across the line to gain, move the chains, create a first down. That's just like a gimme putt and golf for a quarterback. You don't have to think, and you're still moving the ball down the field.
Second down after that previous play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, I would go for this. Every program uses analytics, and most analytics would tell you in this down and distance, you would go for it in this field position.
It's 4th down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. Here comes a handoff. They make the tackle, but he converts on 4th down.
Well, you knew this was coming. 4th and inches. Defense has got to be ready for this. You've got to pack the interior of that defensive line. They're unable to do that, and it's an easy conversion for the offense.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Dropping back. It's Mendoza. Catch made on the right side. Fights through a tackle. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
This was one of the things that was really concerning to this defensive staff is that he is so good after the catch and hard to bring down. And you can see right here he's able to secure the ball and then get some yards after the catch, breaking tackles in the process.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Heads up, first snap in the red zone on this drive. And then first down, right back to the running game. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. After the run, there's a man down, injured on the field. Looks like it's their senior tight end. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He keeps it on a design run. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 8.
Chris, running the football is so important. You can pick up first downs on these run plays. The offensive line doing a nice job. It just makes everything easier. It's easier on the play caller. It's easier on the quarterback. Everybody is relaxed when you can run the football, and here, first down for the offense.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball at the 3. Coming up, second down and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Really good run by that running back. I thought he was going to get into the end zone. Why not reward him? Go right back to this guy. He's the hot hand. Give him the ball. He'll punch it in.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their first strategy session before this third down play. So here we go. Third and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the underdogs here claim the lead.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick. He's got nothing to do but protect the football, and thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
To throw, it's Henderson. Oh, and the fella couldn't quite hold on to that one. He's going to set up a third down play. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Here comes the rush. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle. The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. It's a booming punt, showcasing the leg strength. Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone for a touchback. The App State offense goes back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. Solid gain there. He's out across the 30.
The defense has got to start committing more guys to stopping the run because on these quarterback runs, think about it, Chris, you're adding a hat as the offense, and that's why it's such an advantage. He's obviously got the athleticism to do so, and here he picks up a huge gain. Nice explosive run from the quarterback.
Now the Mountaineers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Screen to the receiver in the flat.
I really like the execution from this quarterback and wide receiver. Watch as they're on the same page and then on the same timing. If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes, it's got to be framed up and it's got to be thrown on time. Both of those happen in this completion for this offense.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He's got a crease. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. It's a keeper. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a second and short. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. Set for the second half kickoff, but first let's check in with Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. We have to be better. This team has an opportunity here getting the kickoff to start the third quarter, but they are trailing and their backs are against the wall. If all of their goals for this season, a berth in the national championship, are to come true, it has to start now. He said, we've got to gain some momentum, extend this drive, go down and score, and get back in this game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. Dane moves the ball to the 40. It'll be a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Important second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And tackled after a small pickup there.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Back to pass. It's Henderson. Coming after him. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. It's caught. He's breaking free. They convert on third down and move the football to the 25. The Buckeyes pick up enough for a first down here. And here's the handoff. We got a stoppage in play here. An injured Buckeye player. Second down after that run on the previous play. Play fake, looking to throw. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the Appalachian State offense is back out on the field now. And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Finds an open target on the left side. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. That's a positive sign for this running back. He hasn't really been able to get loose today, but protecting a lead in a postseason game, if you can lean on a guy like this, you feel great.
And Chris, I didn't think they would be able to build a lead without having success running the football. So the fact that they're in this position is just icing on the cake. Now, if you can get your back going, you can probably close this thing out. He is so good late in the game.
Now it's second down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
On the ground, it's Singleton. They'll tackle him after a short game. A cautious call there on 3rd and long. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. They'll kick it away here. And here's the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. He'll hand it off. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Pre-snap motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Henderson. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The receiver grabs it. He's got some space. Look out. He'll earn the first down, then pay for it with a hard hit.
This is great recognition by the quarterback. He sees that soft spot in the defense for his slot wide receiver, and then as a wide receiver, you've got to have a feel for that coverage and that space. They're on the same page, and it creates a nice completion there for the offense.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Got to have your head on a swivel as a quarterback outside of the pocket. I feel like he does a nice job here, Chris. Look, he gets what he can get, and then he just gets down and avoids the big hit. That's a nice job.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. He's going to set up third down.
Well, Chris, when you throw the football this late, you know the coverage can close. And here the window is there early, and then it closes late, and that should have been picked off. That could have been taken back for 6.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a huge play by the defensive back. Looks like it's going to be a first down, and he's able to dislodge that ball, create the incompletion. Now it's fourth down. Again, timing. You got to show up at the right time with physicality. Knocks the ball loose, fourth down.
He got it. The field goal's good. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Comes up with the catch.
Boy, if they give you that easy completion on the outside, you take it. And if you take it on time, you can create a little bit of yards after the catch. It's a really good job by that wide receiver. You can see as he gets himself off the line of scrimmage, it's soft coverage. And then once he gets the ball, he turns into a runner. That's a beautiful job right there and a really nice offensive play.
An inside give now from the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
I'm a big fan of this back. You can tell he understands the game. He understands situations. You can see he knows where he needs to get, and he's able to get the line to gain, move the chains for a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. Appalachian State has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the fourth by going to the air. It's a short completion at the tight end. Pass play produces just a yard, so now they come up 2nd and 9. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a nice game, but at this point in the game, they need to get some chunk plays down the field. This quarterback is going to have to start taking some chances against this secondary.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, that was the defense's chance to get off the field. It's third down, you're trailing, have to get the ball back, and they give up a conversion. That is a back-breaking play for this defense.
Leaning on the run game here late. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Chris, I think they need to change the look up here defensively on first down. With two safeties back, it's just too easy to gain yards on the ground. They're giving them a free 4, 5, 6 yards every single time. That's keeping them out of passing situations, and you can't get your pass rush going. They need to adjust.
Good enough for first down yardage.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Obvious false start there, moving too early.
False start off offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. That's a shaky way to start the series. A false start backs him up, makes this second and long. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The pass rush closing in. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up third down.
Man, they avoided a disaster there. I thought that that could have been picked. And they told us all week long that they were going to expect some of those screen routes. We knew that this team was very good in the screen game. And defensively, they are aware of that. And they're ready to diagnose this thing early. Great pursuit, great effort. I tell you, this defense, they're
got an opening here. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he's got it, no problem.
Well, that's a confidence boost for this team. It's a good quality drive, and you ended in points. I know they would have rather been in the end zone, but again, getting points on the board in this situation, that's solid for them.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The chance to advance in the playoff comes down to this. Offense needing a touchdown here late in the game. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Sees an opening. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Great read by the quarterback in the RPO game. Run pass option. He's reading the defender on the outside, and as soon as that defender defends the pass, he's going to hand the football off. Look at the crease. Beautiful play and an easy pickup for this offense.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
I don't know what this quarterback is looking at. It's an RPO, a run-pass option. That is clearly a pass read. Look at the defense sell out in the run game, and they're able to get him down for a loss.
To throw, it's Henderson. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
To defend the screen well, the defense, you've got to recognize what's going on right away. I thought that their recognition was just a touch slow, but credit them in the pursuit and getting back on track and making this tackle before the running back can get a first down.
Looking deep downfield with the left. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. He goes out of bounds, stopped just short of the 25. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Second down play coming up. Tight end goes in motion. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Second down, we're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Johnson. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here?
I'll give a lot of credit to this quarterback. You've got to fight the urge sometimes in the pocket to force the football across the chains. You feel like you've got to get the first down, but here they're able to get a completion and they're in field goal range. So you've got points possibly in your pocket. I think it's 7+. This is a time to kick it and try to get the points.
Here we are late in a one-score game. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
You dream of these scenarios as a quarterback and as an offense. You're down, you've got to drive the field and put the ball in the end zone, and they're able to do it right here. What a great drive, great execution. They're able to take the lead.
Extra point up and good. They go up by a field goal here in the final minutes. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And he keeps it. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking for more now. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Time ticking away. Offense set for one final drive. We're set for an exciting finish. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the Mountaineers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Receiver in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
This is a solid job offensively. After that first down play, it puts them behind the chains. Now they're able to get themselves in a position where they've got a manageable third down opportunity, at least as a play caller.
He's got space. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive coming up. He's past the marker and still going. He goes out of bounds, spotted just short of the 20.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off. The offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football. And here on first down, you move the chains. You just continue to get that ball moving down the field.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And he throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down. So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. Now a late timeout is taken, 6 seconds showing on the clock. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. He missed it. Off target that time. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Oh, Chris, he missed it. He's got an opportunity to tie the game after that great offensive series. They put themselves in position to tie this game, force overtime. Man, I would not want to be this guy trying to head to the locker room after this one.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Confetti is falling. They're going to get that trophy. Certainly something important to celebrate. But Joel, these semifinal games are always tricky because they can't celebrate for long. The ultimate game now awaits them.
We are exactly right. As big of a hurdle as this is, and what a wonderful accomplishment it is, the biggest hurdle and the biggest accomplishment